النصاب is النقدين. I mean, the nisab of the currency that we mentioned from gold and silver, into value, this will be the nisab for the commerce. طيب. Then look, قال وبلغت قيمتها نصابا زكى قيمتها. And the value of it reached the nisab, he will give the zakat from the value. Someone selling, for example, tables, after calculating the inventory and everything, he's not going to pay the zakat into tables like the mashia. He's going to pay the zakat into value. He said, I have an inventory, for example, of 20,000. So you're going to pay the zakat out of the 20,000, not out of the number of the tables. Or he paid the zakat converted in tables. No, he paid the value. That's what he said. قال وبلغت قيمتها نصابا زكى قيمتها. He will give the zakat of the value of it. Any question? Any question? There's a problem? It's okay. قال طيب فإن ملكها بإرث أو بفعله بغير نية التجارة ثم نواها لم تصر لها. Now we have the other, what if the property or what he has, he get them through inheritance? So through inheritance, he never had the idea to do any business or commerce. So suddenly, not suddenly, like he had now a property, he has the commodities in his hand. We're gonna do them, pay the zakat as a urud or not? So here the author قال فإن ملكها بإرث. This urud, he get them through inheritance. The one who going to give him the inheritance, Al-Muwarrath, he died. قال he left, for example, a stock of material, stock of utensils. There's a big stock. A few cars, he had them for sale. قال ونواها هذا الوارث للتجارة فأبقاها للكسب فإنها لا تكون للتجارة. And he said, okay, I'm going to do business with it. He said, according to the author, he cannot do that because in the beginning he didn't get them for the purpose. He get them inheritance. So this is belong to you. So according to the author, if someone, he own stock or inventory by inheritance, he gets it through inheritance, and then when he get them, he said, I'm going to do business with them. This is not going to be included in the tijara, in the zakat of the commerce. Why? According to the author, the ownership here didn't happen with his own will, with his own choice. This ownership being transferred to him without his choice. قال فإن ملكها بإرث أو بفعله بغير نية التجارة, or also he bought a car not, for example, intending to use it for the commerce or to sell it. ثم نواها, then afterward he will intend to do the commerce. لم تصل لها, it will not be part of the zakat of tijara. The second opinion in the mas'ala, the second opinion seems like, especially in our time, more feasible, if you can say. So that's the opinion of the author. They taken is like the ownership, and they rotate, I mean, they emphasize on how did you get the merchandise. So they're gonna be zakat of urud tijara only if you initiate the action from the beginning. It's like someone has a project, so he's gonna make a business plan, he's gonna put an investment, and then he gotta buy the product, and then he put them for sale. All of that, this is tijara. So here, the mulkiyya happened with ikhtiyar, the ownership, all with intention from the beginning. Now someone is saying, but if he didn't get them from the beginning from the tijara, he get them, you know, like by inheritance. We cannot have it to be in the commerce. If he get like cars, if he sell them and he will buy new cars for the business, will be different. Why? Because the second ownership happened with his own choice. The second opinion in this mas'ala, that yes, it can be the tijara, because here we emphasize on the intention, not on the way of the ownership. We said the intention. You have a car, you've been using it for a year, and then you said, you know, I'm going to put this car for sale. I want to do the business. I'm going to start, or have this car to be my starting of business selling cars. So his intention changed for that car to be a business now. So that intention define if it is zakat or not. So if he intended to do it as a commerce, then it's going to be part of his commerce, that car. Here, as I said, here the emphasizing the intention. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. طيب. وتقوم عند الحول بالأحظ للفقراء من عين أو ورق. At the time, after a year, you're going to do the evaluation. You have, like, you know, income statement, and to have the evaluation of the inventory, which is really the income statement. Mainly, there's things that will not be included, because what you have to have the evaluation of what you have, the cash on hand, if you can say, not the cash on hand, but the assets that you have. You don't include the assets that are, you know, the long-term assets, like, you know, the office and the building that you have. But you're going to include the inventory, the things that are rotating into the economy, plus what you have, the cash in the register, plus the receivable, minus what you have payment. The balance of this item is the balance of the urud of at-tijara. You're going to make the evaluation after a year to pay its zakat. So who's going to make the evaluation? The evaluation is made by the owner. It's a worship here. If he's going to cheat or steal, he's stealing against his own himself, because Allah knows subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is zakat. قال تقويمها بالأحظ للفقراء. بالأحظ للفقراء. الأحظ إلى الفقراء, when you make the evaluation in a way to be the best for the needy one, the best for the receiver of the zakat. واضح. So how can we do that? What does it mean? So you have, for example, evaluation of $3,000. قال بالأحظ, how include the فقير here? He explained it to you. قال من عين أو ورق. Because you have two currency at that time, gold and silver. العين is الدنانير والورق is الدراهم. الدنانير عين دنانير, dinars, and dinars refer to gold, and ورق paper, but ورق means silver and refers to daraham, the coins that they make them out of silver at the time. If the evaluation in denanir does not reach the nisab, so he's not going to pay zakat. But if he convert the evaluation in daraham, the second currency, silver, and reach the nisab, so I say you should pay zakat on and make the evaluation based on the dirham, because what will be beneficial for the faqir is to receive zakat. If I'm going to use the evaluation based on the dinar, it's going to be less than the nisab. So the faqir, the poor person, he's not going to get anything. If I switch and make the evaluation, it's like, for example, someone, he has, two currency that he works in. He can pay, for example, someone, he can pay zakat to another, he wants to send the zakat to poor people, for example, in overseas. If he calculated with the dollar evaluation, it doesn't make nisab, so he doesn't pay. If he calculated this currency of the overseas, he reached the nisab. Example, I'm going to give an example. So it's better to calculate it in the other currency, so he can have the nisab to pay zakat for the needy person to receive the zakat. That's what he meant. That's what he meant. قال بالأحظ للفقراء من عين أن ورق. من عين أي ورق. قال إذا قومناها وصارت لا تبلغ النصاب باعتبار الذهب وتبلغ النصاب باعتبار الفضة فنأخذ باعتبار الفضة. If you evaluate it with gold and does not meet the level of the nisab, and it does with when the evaluation is made with silver, therefore we calculate, we base it on the silver, and we pay the zakat. That's what means أحد الفقراء. We'll stop here, inshallah. We'll continue the rest of the masail next time. If you have a question, be in any time. Any question? Yes. No, the nisab is here. We're talking about the evaluation. It might be a different measure of evaluation, but not on the nisab of back home. Actually, the nisab is the same because it's referred to gold. But what is here, if you're going to send it there, then whatever evaluation done will be better for the needy, then you do the better one. But here, this evaluation is based on two currency. I'll give an example, just for someone seeking to pay the zakat, because people, they do evaluation to always pay less. Here, the evaluation, what evaluation will lead to pay more? Why? Because the believer, he's seeking to help the needy. Okay? Of course, in a balanced and moderate way. Not to be like, excessive, and to give him the best of what we have. Said next time, next year, what you're going to invest then. So it depends. It's in a moderate way. Yeah. Everything in moderation. Any other question? I mean, the owner, he's doing it for to gain a reward, right? So if he knows that this person is gonna use it for that, he should not give it, because he's given it as a favor. He's not giving it as if he was renting it. So the rent, that person, he take it, and whatever he gonna do with it, I mean, he's taking things halal. If they do, because the person who renting, he doesn't know the people. But for to borrow it as a favor and seeking the reward of Allah, if someone knows that that person is going to do haram with it or going to place, so he should not give it. But you cannot say, okay, here haram, so he has to pay zakat on it, because that person borrowed only one time. Yeah. If they know they're going to do haram, of course, no. More نحن dancing, it depends. I mean, dancing is haram or not haram? I mean, if it's a traditional and custom dance with people they have at home and women together, that's not in the part of the haram. Because they're gonna say make a wedding without dancing. They're gonna revolt against you, the sister. When you say it's haram, places where they're gonna serve alcohol, there's ikhtilat, there's like mixed, there's things like la tuhmadu uqbaha, there's that type of music of shayateen, and the dancing wal-'iyadhu billahi in front of non-mahram in a way that shaitan plays, and that's haram. But when you're talking about, having, in the etiquette of the Sharia, and the women, they are in their space, and they're doing things like it's in the custom is accepted. It's not that thing to wal-'iyadhu billah to do the without details. Because there's the traditional dancing, which is like, it's like they call it more entertainment and la'ab. When the Abyssinian came to the Medina, and they were doing like kind of a dance. They were making like acrobacy and things. And the Prophet was watching, and Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she was watching, putting her head. And the Prophet said, enough. She told him, no, a little bit more. So she watched, and then she get tired and she left. So that type, of halal entertainment, because there's action that they do today, in singing and in doing action is haram without even put them in a song. There's some people, they say, should we listen to this music? I said, actually what they're saying is haram without the music. So without going further asking about the hukum of the music, what they're saying is haram. Is, subhanallah, things calling to fahisha, gossiping and backbiting, and calling for all that type of thing. So the lyrics, the purpose, all of it is not accepted as a morality or as akhlaq. No. Any other question? You want to take the break now or after Isha? We have sisters that say now. طيب يا سيدي. We'll meet you after Salat al-Isha. So Salat al-Isha will be at 7. We'll meet here around 7:20. Okay, so the time to pray your sunnah and everything. 7:20, 25. We resume with Maqasid al-Sharia. We resume with the book of Maqasid al-Sharia, inshallah.
Yeah, I had a little crash. It crashed a little bit. So
Subhanallah. That's fine.
just really recorded my phone, whatever.
That's fine. Allah